a circle of life, there has to be a circle of support. Giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. You have to be able to receive love. You can't push it away. You push stuff away. I've done it. I'm sure others have done it. We push it away. Because we feel that if you give that to me, first question we ask is what? Why I give back? What you want? And then we wonder why. There's no excitement in Pine Bluff. Why there's nothing to do here. It's because we are holding back. We're like little Oshun on the moon. We are holding back our gifts, our talents, our smiles, our joy, our purpose. We are holding back. Just like right now. Who's doing the giving? I am. And what I do many times is I try to pull out of y'all to what? Join in what? Conversation with me. But what most people do, because we're shy or we're intimidated or whatever the case may be, we hold back our voice. But one of the things I keep trying to tell y'all that I want to work with these children is to find their voice, to project their voice, to say what's on their heart and mind, to be free and to speak what they got going on, to express their love. But many times we are afraid to express our love. To even say, I love you. Or to say, man, I really appreciate that from you. This is what it meant to me and everything. This is what it's doing for me. But when you create that dialogue, what's a four-letter word for intercourse? Four-letter word intercourse that ends with the letter K? Talk. Thank you. You've been around me too long. You know my strategies. Yeah, but it's talk. It's talk. When there is no talking between the male and the female, when there's no dialogue, just like this whole thing they got going in the city now with Go Forward, there was no conversation.
No.
There was no conversation in terms of in terms of when they actually put the plan together. They didn't talk to us. They talked at us after they had gotten the plan. They just turn around and say, turn over and take it.
Yeah. That's the master doing what he does.
That's rape.
May I say something?
Sure.
It reminded me of something that I want to share with the group. Even when it comes to being citizens of the United States of America, there was no conversation. You thought about that? There was no conversation after the Civil War about whether you wanted to be a member of the United States or wanted to go back to Africa in the beginning. They were declared citizens. No conversation, no negotiation.
I'll ask you this, because mind you, the Anglos, we talked about this during Kwanzaa, that time we did Kwanzaa. If you think about the levels of power, black folk don't think about power. We think about love and friendship and liking everybody. When the Anglo thinks about power, why would the slave master talk to the slave? If I don't consider you as equal to me, a human, why would I talk to you?
That's a good question. Let's answer that question. Let's say it again. Why would I say it?
If I'm the slave master and I don't think that you're equal to me, and I don't consider you as human, why would I even consider your opinion? Why would I talk to you?
Let's answer that question. Okay? Let's say all y'all over this side are slaves. Y'all over here are masters. Why should y'all talk to y'all slaves?
So we love
Go on. Keep going. Keep going. Why should you're a slave? I'm saying you want to be talked to. Okay, I'm asking them. Why should you talk to? What's the benefit of talking to your slave?
All right, first of all, I have to recognize what my slave is to me.
Yeah.
My slave is my tool. My slave is my economic.
Why should you talk to him?
I talk with them in order to make them as productive as I would like them to be.
That's one reason.
That's one reason, because it's difficult for the slave to be productive if he doesn't know what I want him to do. And we have to communicate.
Okay.
John, do you understand that I want you to take 500 pounds of cotton today? Yes, boss. That's communication, right? You can't go out there and hope that he does it. So if we see the slave as what white men saw, he saw him as an economic tool
Y'all else
And
want
he
to add to that?
communicated
Y'all
for that
masters.
purpose only.
Go ahead. You got something you want to say to it?
I want to add to that. I want them to feel like what I'm doing it for them. I want to influence them that I'm trying, whatever I'm doing is for them.
You else got an idea?
Right, I was just gonna tell you, it's always, I think it's always good to know, for a master to know the mindset of the people who serve me. Because they can have a killer mindset.
Right.
They may be planning to kill you. So if you having some dialogue with, have some dialogue with them.
That's what he's thinking about right now.
You got some lean on these young right?
Yeah, if you have some dialogue with them, you probably gonna find you a snitch in the group, and you can find out exactly, what's going on, and you may be able to circumvent that, by some kind of action that you can do. Just find out the mindset of the people who serve you.
See, this is important. Go ahead. What do y'all want to say back, Sway?
Well, honestly, if that's the case, he's still only talking to me on the level of control. See, we talking about levels of power. He's still talking about on the level of control, whether he maintains his control.
Okay, let's understand. Let me speak on.
You
You want to answer that?
Well, I had a comment I wanted to make.
In other words, go for a pound of blood. The Anglo didn't come to you and say, what do you think about this, guys? Do you think we can work together? Do you think we're going to share this economic prowess together? That's not what he said.
Okay.
See, sometimes you get something out of you.
Look what you got to say in response to that.
If I'm trying to get something out of you, I'm gonna probably kind of befriend you, try to make you trust me, try to make you drop your guard. So I'm gonna come to you in a friendly way, so you can kind of be free and tell me what you think and what your people are thinking. Then I'll have something to work with.
Okay. Imagine. Let me get you. Want to add something to that?
Yeah, I want to say something. As far as the reason that I would talk to my slaves, because they're the ones that's actually in the field. I'm not out there, so I don't really know what's going on, what they're dealing with. If I don't communicate with them, I could suffer a loss unnecessarily because they know something that I don't know.
Right.
Because they're the ones that's out there on the grounds.
Exactly.
Okay, hence why you also have your slave drivers, right? Your snitch, right? So it's like you may have my brother here.
Why do you take that as such a?
Always go back to
Why
power
do you
and
take what you
control.
just said in such a negative way?
Well,
Exactly.
think about it. The purpose of talking to your slave, if you think about it from a historical perspective,
No.
is okay. The purpose of talking to your slave is to maintain control. You want to, if it's an economic tool, I go to make it. So if I talk to you, it's because I'm gonna put her as my slave driver, and she's gonna watch you. Her job is to be your overlord to tell me what's going on. Hence, remember the Django character, what's the Thomas Samuel Jackson's character? Put a nigga on there.
Let me ask you a question.
That's your job.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm asking everybody a question on this whole thing. Is this. Now, let's imagine consciousness comes to everybody. Okay? You're still in the position of a servant. Okay, we ain't like we call you a servant now. Employee. Okay? And you are the corporate managers or corporate owners of the business. Consciousness comes to play. Now you are conscious owners. You are spiritually conscious owners now. And you still own, you still got responsibility, and you still have needs, and you work in the field or working in the store or whatever it can be. How does consciousness change the conversation now between you all? Think about that. Because what y'all spoke at the beginning was about low-level consciousness in the relationship between a master and a slave. Let's say master becomes conscious. And we just talked about Oshun and all that kind of stuff. He becomes conscious, spiritually conscious. Slave becomes conscious. A conscious slave. How does that change the dialogue? Let me hear y'all talk to one another.
Then now that looks like.
Let me hear they master, but let them talk first.
Okay, let Master talk. Okay, let Master
It's a
talk.
sight game, yeah.
Now you're conscious, fool.
Huh?
You're conscious
That's
now.
what I'm saying. That's why it turns more into a sight game now. We got to use our psychology on the slaves, so to speak.
Go ahead, let me hear.
We got
What
to
does that
beat them
sound like?
thinking. We got to beat them. We got to, in order for me to get him to produce like I want him to produce, I'm gonna have to.
How do you see him now? This is man, woman, man, and everything. How before you slave, you master. I own you do. Now you're conscious.
what?
You still own, but now you see him more than just a slave. You're conscious now. You're conscious.
Right.
You're conscious of what you just heard about Oshun. You're not going to be successful unless she's involved. This is your she. Okay? So now, how do you talk now?
I gotta
What y'all
make
think
him,
about that?
I gotta make him think that he's gonna benefit from this as much as I am.
Okay?
I gotta make him see that him working hard is gonna benefit him and his family and stuff like that.
Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. Y'all got anything y'all want to add?
I just like to take what he's saying and make a metaphor of it.
Okay.
Let's go from slavery to the period after slavery, when the black man worked for a share
Sure.
that was provided by the white man. He had to have a different relationship with this man when he provided him the horse and the mule, whereas he demanded he could do whatever he wanted him to do during slavery.
I want you to think as a spiritually conscious person.
But he has to now pretend that this person is more human than he was during slavery. Look, John.
So you saying use the word pretend?
Right, it's never for real.
But is that conscious though?
Yes, it's conscious.
No, I don't mean conscious like willful. I mean like is it spiritually conscious?
spiritual?
Is it elevated?
You're talking about truth?
I'm talking about yes. I'm talking about let's take this same context and let's put it in the context that you are a spiritually conscious man. You've had a heart change. You are spiritually aware of all this stuff. How now do you
Oh,
talk?
you're not talking about black and white anymore. I'm still thinking black and white. That's no
It can be
such
black
thing.
and white.
There is no such thing as
That is
I
never
would-
happened, though.
It can be black and white.
There's no such
I was
thing as
thinking
white
that.
man who's
I was thinking more on the line of Dr. House. But
Yeah, yeah,
Dr. saying
I
because
didn't get to you.
he's still working for me, right?
He's still working for you.
And I'm still the owner
You
of
still the owner of the
factory, so to
corporation
speak.
or the factory.
So it's got to be some pretending there, I think.